What is going on, guys? Predator458 here, and welcome back to my channel. Yes, we're back in the Iowa. I know, 3 videos on this ship in a row. Shocking, actually. I didn't actually want to do an Iowa video again after this, but had a slight lack of content last week. So I just recorded this game earlier tonight. This is post-commentary. And I thought I'd put it up just to make sure that, there's new content going up on the channel. Now, as for the reason why there was so little content last week, and oh, this is such a gorgeous ship. I think I take the thumbnail screen cap here, so pay no attention to that. But as for the reason why there was a lack of content last week, it's basically because I bought into the early access of a game that came out called Ark Survival Evolved. Now, if you are unfamiliar with this game, basically it is it's your fairly standard survival game, not all that dissimilar to the likes of Rust or DayZ or H1Z1 or H1Z1, however you want to pronounce it. So it's your typical, fairly typical survival game. You're in a world online, other players to worry about, and as with most of these survival games, some form of adversary, shall we say. And here we go to Cleveland, and I think this is where I take my first shots of the match. A little bit of lag there, and he disappears, but he was turning in, so we're not going to hit him. And while a lot of the survival games have, DayZ, H1Z1, zombies, kind of standard stuff there. Ark, on the other hand, has gone for dinosaurs, which is pretty cool. Not just dinosaurs, it's generally it's extinct creatures. Now the story behind this is a little bit sort of murky at the moment. I think it's not set in prehistoric times. You're on this island, which is, I believe, is the actual Ark itself, and it's basically like a sanctuary for extinct creatures. So you've obviously got your dinosaurs, your raptors and T-Rexes and Triceratops and all that sort of stuff. And do we get some hits here? No, I think oh yeah, we got, actually we did quite well. There's 6 hits for 11,000 damage. And then you also got other extinct creatures like dodos and saber-toothed tigers and giant crocodiles, giant scorpions, megalodons, all sorts of interesting beasties that are just waiting for the opportunity to wreck your face. And that shell did actually register a hit. Not sure how much damage we did. But anyway, so I got into that, bought into the early access. When did it come out? Wednesday, I think. I'm not entirely sure. And I've pretty much been playing that ever since. Now, it is early access, which obviously means it's a paid, closed beta essentially. And there are obviously problems and that sort of thing. Now, some early access games, when they go on sale, they're basically finished. The core game is finished. They go on into early access for like bug testing with a large audience, adding content and maybe some features. This kind of isn't that. This is like a very early early access. The main world is there, a lot of the content is there, a lot of the dinosaurs and that. They will be adding more. They're not done yet. But the game is fairly buggy. But at the moment the biggest problem is the lack of optimization. There are horror stories on the Steam forums at the moment of guys with you know, serious graphics cards, Titans and 980s and SLI Titans or 980s. And these guys are having to run the game on low, and they're not even getting 15 frames a second. However, the developer is incredibly vocal, if you can say, on the forums, constantly putting out updates on what they're doing, as well as updates on the game. I mean, this game is receiving, I'd say, 2, maybe even 3 patches a day. Ladies and gentlemen, to, you know, work on the optimization and bug fixing and that sort of thing. So it's coming along, and it's already getting better, and it's a lot of fun. Thankfully, there are some local South African servers that I've been able to play on, and I was kind of hoping to maybe put some content up on my channel. However, and so far, you know, I've just been exploring, you know, doing some basic base building, running into a few people, but it hasn't been, I haven't really had too many, like, really exciting or funny situations to record and put up. I think ideally you need to be in a tribe to do that, and I haven't really explored that aspect of the game yet. So here we got this destroyer, 7Ks out. He's on fire, so I think we take some shots here, but I don't know if we get anything. Do we? Actually, might not be too bad. And 1 hit for 1300. But anyway, so tonight the server that I've been playing on was down, so I kind of figured let's play some World of Warships. I haven't played in a while, and this and War Thunder. I want to play some more War Thunder again this week. I'm kind of itching to get back into my tier 5 jets, my Saber specifically. So we got this Japanese cruiser, and we get 1 Citadel hit for 14,800. We got 2 cruisers in front of us, so things could be a little bit sketchy, because if they both spam high explosive, they could cause some serious damage. But I mean, this ship, I love it so very much. You know, the last video, I actually had to have a little laugh to myself. In my last video, I made mention of the fact that since I got the Iowa, I hadn't really 8,500 damage from 3 hits, not bad, and we dodged all of the torpedoes from that Japanese cruiser. But I made mention of the fact that since I'd gotten the Iowa, I hadn't actually been in any tier 10 games, which was absolutely true. I hadn't forgotten any. I just literally I'd been in tier 10 games in my North Carolina, my Nagato, you know, some other things, but in my Iowa, tier 9 was the most that I was in. And I was kind of hoping that maybe my front gunners would not do that, but they did. You know, they get 1 hit from the rear guns. And after I made that recording, the very next matches that I played in the Iowa tier 10, Montana, Yamato, and I've seen them quite a bit since then, actually. But you know what I kind of like about this game is the tiering system. And do we get another Citadel hit? Yeah, they're brilliant, and we get the kill, and we dodge more torpedoes from this Japanese cruiser. So that's our first kill, 14 hits, 2 Citadels, and yeah, things are looking decent for the team at the moment. We're both 5-5. We are capturing, but we don't expect that to last too much longer. And he's now given us a nice broadside target to shoot at. And how are those looking? Another Citadel, 15,500 damage, and we finish him off for our second kill of the match. So I would say, apart from this video, also expect some War Thunder this week. And I keep saying that, but this week I've really just got an itch to get back into War Thunder and to get behind the stick of my Saber. I almost say get behind the wheel of my Saber, but obviously it doesn't have a wheel. Yeah, yeah, I am really enjoying Ark at the moment, so no promises, but hopefully I will be able to resist the urge to play and bring some more, play some more games that I can actually do content for. That's not to say can't do them for Ark, but it's kind of better if you've got friends and you can just mess around and with each other in game. And yeah, but I was talking briefly about tier 10s before I got distracted. I think it was the match before this battle. Was it after? I don't remember. But that was a tier 10 game. The enemy team had a Yamato and a Des Moines tier 10 American cruiser, which I'm sure everyone's familiar with. It's got those 8-inch guns that are auto-loading, so it can fire something stupid like a salvo every 6 seconds, so it can do 10 a minute. So, I mean, these Des Moines are ridiculous, and I actually really worry about them. But worrying about the Yamato? Not that much, actually. The Iowa is a really, really good ship. And even against the tier 10 Yamato, I mean, you're not going to have an easy time if you get a Citadel hit on you. More than one Citadel hit, God forbid. He's seriously going to mess you up. But I mean, that game, I actually kind of... My playstyle in battleships in some ways has sort of changed. Kind of more aggressive, which can be unfortunate sometimes, because, like, for example, in that battle, we had a Amagi with me, North Carolina with me, and a couple of cruisers, and it was on fault lines domination, and we were charging round by A at the enemy Des Moines, Yamato, and a few of their support ships, and I just pointed my nose towards the enemy vessels, and do we take a torpedo hit here, or is it going to just miss? There we go, nice little dodge. We didn't really have to do anything, but we did manage to miss. But yeah, I was charging at these guys, doing damage, not taking too much myself, you know. I was able to maintain a nice angle on my ship to the enemy vessels. Even the Yamato couldn't do much. And then you look behind you and all of your support has, I'm not going to say panicked, but they've all turned away and things were looking interesting. And do we get anything in 10,000 for 3 hits? No Citadels though, but not bad at all. And you kind of look behind you and all of your support has buggered off. So it could have ended very badly, but we managed to sink the Yamato, I think, and the match ended before we had a chance to finish off the Des Moines. And we're closing the distance on this guy. 4 hits for, is that 7,000-8,000? So that was a good fun match. And some of the other ones, you know, generally, actually, I think when I've come up against tier 10s, I've done quite well, either because I've had more support, or I've been able to angle my armor better, or alternatively, the one match I played, I think each team had a Montana and a Yamato, and, you know, they were kind of focusing on each other, and I was able to just sit at range and peck away at them. I even think I got a Citadel hit on the enemy Montana at probably 18 kilometers, I think. And we knock out one of his turrets that was aimed badly. And we're going to target him with our secondary guns, because they really are quite powerful in this ship. And then the last match I had tonight in this Iowa was also on Islands of Ice, and again did quite well, threw caution to the wind, just went and messed things up, and was only a sneaky destroyer that managed to get torpedoes off just before I sank him. That put me in a huge disadvantage in terms of my health when I engaged an enemy North Carolina, who was practically on full health, and I was on... So I was on 20,000 health, and he was practically on full health. So here we take 2 torpedoes. But we're going to repair that up in a few moments. There we go. And he's down. And there's a destroyer hiding somewhere in the smoke. So we do kind of... This is a bit of a dangerous position to be in. Even in a amazing battleship like the Iowa. And we got American cruiser, so we're going to fire like that and that. And you can see the destroyer is being very brave, actually, taking shots at us. Going to give his position away if he's not careful. And those were just short, unfortunately. That was a perfect spot for a Citadel if they had just been a fraction higher. But we are ready to shoot again. I don't think we finish him on this salvo, although I could be wrong. He is on incredibly low health. Despite hitting him straight on the nose, we didn't do any damage, but now he is turning. So we fire, and there we go, kill number 3. And we're now going to bring our guns to bear on this enemy destroyer. I don't remember if we managed to get him or if the match ends first. Let's see. Oh, we've set him on fire, which is good. Fire our first gun, and he got some torpedoes coming in, but not quite sure where he aimed that. And I'm just checking around to see where my team is. Another little lag spike. And he's now running for his life. But I don't know if he makes it. Let's see here. We've got our 2 forward guns ready. Fire everything, and that's a nice tight grouping on those shells. And there we go. Kill number 4. Cannot tell you how much I love this ship. I need about 60,000 research points more to get the Montana, so it's tantalizingly close, I must say. But anyways, let's look at the results. We got 44 target hits, 3 citadels, critically damaged the ship once, sank 4 enemy vessels, and set 1 on fire for 384,556 silver, 4,500 research, and we got whatever that medal was, high caliber. Came first on the team, did 123,000 AP damage, another 8,000 from our secondary guns, and made 250,000. There you can just kind of see the repair costs and ammunition costs on a ship like this. If you want to have a closer look at that, just go back and pause the video. But I think, yeah, if this is sunk, it's 140,000 silver repairable. So this is a ship that you definitely want to try and make sure that if you get sunk, you've done a hell of a lot of damage first, or ideally you survive the battle. But that is about it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button down below and maybe consider subscribing for more World of Warships content, as well as War Thunder, which has been promised for a while now, and hopefully I'll get round to it this week. But anyway, that is it from me. Thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed. This is Predator 458 signing off, and I will see you guys next time.